God says, "My child, this person is your future spouse, and when the truth of this comes before your eyes, you will be shocked, not because it is impossible, but because it is far more beautiful than anything you ever imagined for yourself." You have prayed for love, you have longed for someone who will not just walk beside you but who will hold your soul in the gentlest way, and now heaven whispers that the one I have chosen for you is already being prepared to step into your life. This is not coincidence, it is not an accident, it is my divine design, and soon you will see the power of my timing in ways that will leave you speechless. I have watched your tears fall in silence, those nights when you wondered if anyone would ever truly see you, if anyone would ever cherish the depths of your heart. I have seen the moments when you questioned your worth, when you thought perhaps love was for others but not for you. Yet even then, I was weaving a story far greater than your doubts could imagine. While you cried, I was planting seeds. While you felt abandoned, I was aligning souls. And while you thought you were walking alone, I was already guiding the steps of the one who is destined to be your life partner. My child, your future spouse is not just someone who will make you smile for a season. They are the one I have chosen to walk with you through the journey of life. Their heart has been shaped through struggles, their soul has been refined through trials, and their faith has been strengthened through storms, so that when they meet you, they will be able to love you with patience, protect you with gentleness, and honor you with devotion. Do not think for a moment that I have forgotten the desires of your heart. I planted those desires within you because I already had an answer prepared. The love story I am writing for you is not ordinary. It will not begin in the ways you expect, and that is why it will shock you. You may think you already know what kind of person you are waiting for, but my child, my vision is higher than yours. You may have pictured certain qualities, certain appearances, or certain timelines, but the one I have chosen will surpass them all. When they enter your life, you will understand why the waiting, the heartbreaks, and the delays were necessary. You will see that every no and every closed door was leading you to the yes that matters most. Do not let fear whisper lies to you in this season. You may look at your past and think it disqualified you. You may look at your present and wonder if you are ready. But I remind you, love is not about perfection, it is about my purpose. The one I am sending you is not coming to judge your past, but to build your future with you. They will not see your scars as reasons to walk away, they will see them as proof of your strength, and they will love you even more deeply because of what you survived. I have heard every prayer you whispered about love, the prayers you thought no one heard, the ones where you said, "God, just send me someone who won't hurt me, someone who won't leave, someone who will stay." My child, I am answering those prayers. Your future spouse is not just coming to stay, they are coming to grow with you, to fight alongside you, and to cover you with the kind of love that reflects my own. There will be moments when you will doubt it, when your mind will ask, could this really be the one? And in those moments, I will give you peace that passes understanding. I will confirm it through signs, through stillness in your spirit, and through the way their love makes you feel safe in a way you have never felt before. You will not have to beg for their time or wonder about their loyalty. Their consistency will be your confirmation. Understand this, my child, love is not always about grand gestures or endless promises. It is about quiet faithfulness, about someone who chooses you again and again, even on difficult days. And this is the kind of love I am sending into your life. A love that does not waver when storms come, a love that does not fade when struggles appear, a love that grows stronger because it is rooted in me. I want you to prepare your heart. Do not prepare in fear, thinking you will be abandoned again. Prepare in faith, knowing that I am faithful to my promises. Every season of loneliness, every tear shed, every night you felt forgotten has been gathered into my hands, and now I turn those tears into testimony. The very areas where you felt weakest will become the areas where this love strengthens you the most. Your future spouse will not just love the version of you that smiles in the daylight, they will love the version of you that trembles in the night. They will not just love the parts of you that are easy, they will love the parts you thought no one could understand. They are being sent not to complete you, for you are already whole in me, but to complement you, to walk with you, to remind you daily that my love is reflected through their love. My child, be at peace. The waiting was not wasted. The delays were not denials. I was protecting you from the wrong hands so I could place you into the right ones. I was teaching you how to stand on your own so you would not lose yourself when love arrives. I was molding you to recognize true love when it stands before you, so that you would not confuse it with empty promises. And soon, sooner than you think, you will see what I mean. The meeting may be unexpected. It may happen in a moment of ordinary life, in a place you did not think would matter. But when it happens, you will feel a shift in your soul. You will not need to force it, you will not need to chase it. Love will unfold naturally, gently, like a sunrise that does not rush but still lights up the world. Prepare, my child, not by worrying, but by trusting. Prepare not by trying to guess who it is, but by resting in the truth that I know. Prepare not with fear of disappointment, but with hope that springs eternal, because I have already written the ending, and it is filled with joy. This person is your future spouse, chosen by my hand, guided by my spirit, and aligned with your destiny. When they arrive, you will see not just their face, but my faithfulness. You will realize that every broken chapter of your past was only making room for this holy union. And when you stand beside them, you will know in your soul, this is not just love, this is a miracle. So walk forward in faith, my child. Keep your heart soft, your spirit open, and your hope alive. For the love you have prayed for is already on its way, and the shock you feel will not be of disbelief, but of overwhelming gratitude for the goodness of your God. There are moments in life when your heart begins to sense things long before your mind can understand them. That is how the Spirit works, it feels the truth before it is revealed. In this season, signs are already being placed around you, gentle whispers and subtle confirmations that the person destined to be your spouse is drawing closer. You may think they are coincidences, but they are not. They are divine fingerprints, left along your path to guide you, to awaken hope, and to prepare your heart for what is coming. Perhaps you have noticed yourself dreaming more vividly, not random dreams but ones that stir a feeling of connection you cannot explain. In these dreams, you may not see a clear face, but you feel a presence, a warmth, a sense of familiarity that makes your soul feel at peace. These dreams are not meaningless. They are glimpses into the alignment I am preparing. They are reminders that your spirit already knows the one your heart will soon meet. It is also in the small details of your daily life. A song that touches you in a way you cannot describe, a conversation overheard that feels like it was meant for you, a repeated word or number that keeps following you wherever you go. These are not accidents. They are my way of saying, pay attention, something sacred is unfolding. The world around you is speaking in whispers, and if you listen closely, you will realize it is pointing you toward the love I have chosen for you. Even in your emotions, the signs are showing. You may find yourself growing tired of temporary connections, no longer satisfied with shallow words or empty promises. This is because your soul is awakening. It is making room for something greater, something lasting. You may even feel restless at times, sensing that change is near, though you cannot explain why. That restlessness is the stirring of destiny. It is my spirit telling you that what you have prayed for is no longer far away. I want you to understand, my child, that preparation does not always look like what you expect. Sometimes I prepare your heart by bringing you into silence, by pulling you away from people and places that no longer serve you. You may feel lonely in these moments, but it is not abandonment, it is alignment. I am clearing away the noise so you can hear me more clearly. I am making space so that when your future spouse enters your life, you will be able to recognize them without confusion. You may also notice that old wounds are resurfacing. Memories from past heartbreaks may come to mind, not to torment you, but to heal you. I bring these things to the surface because I do not want you to carry them into the new love I am giving you. Your future spouse deserves a heart that is free, and you deserve a love that is not burdened by yesterday's pain. So when you feel those old emotions rise, do not be afraid. Let them rise, release them, and allow me to fill those spaces with peace. Another sign is in the way your spirit begins to soften. Where you once felt guarded, you begin to feel open. Where you once doubted love, you begin to believe again. Where you once resisted connection, you now feel ready to receive it. This softening is not weakness, it is strength. It is the readiness of your heart. It is proof that you are prepared to welcome the one I have chosen without fear and without walls. And though you may not realize it, your future spouse is being prepared in the same way. They, too, are seeing signs. They, too, are having moments of restlessness, moments when they know their life is about to change. They may not know it is you yet, but they feel the call. They are being drawn, step by step, closer to the divine moment when your paths will meet. Do not underestimate the power of divine timing. Sometimes, when you look at your life, it seems nothing is happening, but in the unseen realm, everything is aligning. Heaven is moving people, shifting circumstances, and arranging divine appointments. The very details you cannot control are being worked out for your good. And when the moment comes, it will feel as though everything suddenly makes sense. You will look back and say, "Now I understand why it all had to happen this way." My child, I know that waiting is not easy. I know that the heart longs for certainty, for something it can hold on to. But trust that the signs I am giving you are not to tease you, they are to anchor you. They are reminders that I am faithful, that I am near, and that I am working even when you cannot see it. Sometimes the greatest sign of all is peace. When you think of love now, you may feel a calmness you never felt before. In the past, thoughts of love may have brought anxiety, fear, or pressure. But now, there is a quiet hope, a gentle peace that tells you, it will happen. That peace is my confirmation. That peace is me whispering, you do not need to chase it, for I am bringing it to you. And when the day comes that you meet your future spouse, there will be no confusion. Yes, your mind may have questions, but your spirit will know. You will recognize them not by perfection, but by the way your soul feels at home with theirs. You will recognize them not by grand signs in the sky, but by the deep stillness in your heart that says, this is the one. For now, walk with expectation. Keep your heart open. Pay attention to the whispers I place along your path. Notice the signs that speak to you, the ones that touch your soul in ways you cannot explain. They are not random, they are promises. And every promise I make, I fulfill. My child, you do not need to search frantically. You do not need to force what is already destined. Just as the sun rises at the appointed time, just as the seasons shift when they are meant to, so will your love story unfold at the perfect hour. And when it does, you will see that all the signs were not just hints, they were love letters from me, preparing you for the greatest gift I am about to place in your life. There is a beauty in the way I prepare people, my child. I do not rush the process, for love that is rushed often fades, but love that is refined through time becomes unshakable. Just as gold is purified in fire, so too have I been purifying your future spouse, shaping them in ways you cannot yet see. They are not being sent to you as an unfinished story. They are being sent as someone who has been molded, stretched, humbled, and strengthened so that they can love you with a depth that comes only from walking through life's storms. Your future spouse carries qualities that the world may not always notice, but your soul will. Their loyalty is not born of convenience but of choice. They know what it means to be abandoned, so they will never abandon you. They understand what it feels like to be overlooked, so they will never take you for granted. Their kindness has been deepened by pain, for they have known what it feels like to be treated without it. And because of that, they will treat you with gentleness that feels like a healing balm to every wound you have carried. This person has not lived a perfect life. They have fallen, they have failed, they have cried out in the night just as you have. But every fall became a lesson, every failure became wisdom, and every tear became compassion. That is why their love will feel so different from what you have known before. They will not just sympathize with your struggles, they will understand them, because they have walked through struggles of their own. And in that understanding, you will find a love that is safe, a love that does not demand you to hide your scars, but one that honors them as proof of your strength. Do not think for a moment that I have been silent in their life. While you thought you were waiting, I was shaping them too. I was teaching them patience so they would not rush your heart. I was teaching them selflessness so they would know how to serve you with love. I was teaching them endurance so that when difficulties come, they will not run but stand beside you. Every season they lived apart from you was not wasted. It was forming the character they need to love you rightly. Your future spouse has a heart that listens, not just to words but to silence. They will notice the things you do not say, the quiet sighs, the unspoken worries. They will be sensitive to your spirit because I have trained their heart to be attentive. Where others may overlook, they will see. Where others may dismiss, they will lean in. And this attentiveness will remind you daily that you are not invisible, that you are seen and cherished. They carry strength, but it is not the kind that intimidates, it is the kind that protects. Their strength is not in loudness but in quiet presence. When storms come, their strength will be the hand that steadies you, the voice that reminds you, we will make it through this together. Their courage will not only be for themselves but for you, for the family you will build, for the dreams you will carry together. Your future spouse will also have flaws, for they are human, just as you are. But even in their flaws, there will be beauty. For in their imperfections, you will see humility, and in their humility, you will see growth. They will not pretend to be without weakness, instead, they will be willing to grow alongside you. And that is the essence of true partnership, not perfection, but a willingness to keep becoming better for each other, day by day. The love they bring will not be shallow. It will not be based on appearances that fade or on circumstances that change. It will be rooted in values, in faith, in commitment. It will be the kind of love that shows up in the smallest ways, a cup of water handed to you when you are tired, a gentle word when your spirit feels heavy, a steady arm when you feel like falling. These simple gestures will speak louder than 1,000 promises, because consistency is the language of true love. And you, my child, will be the answer to their prayers too. Just as you have cried for someone who will not hurt you, they have prayed for someone who will understand them, who will believe in them, who will stand with them when the world turns away. You are not just receiving a blessing, you are becoming a blessing. Your heart, shaped by trials, will meet theirs, and together your love will be stronger because of the roads you both traveled to find each other. Do not underestimate the power of shared destiny. Your future spouse is not just anyone, they are the one whose soul carries keys that unlock parts of you no one else could. They will call forth the best in you, not by demanding, but by inspiring. Their presence will remind you of who you are, not who the world tried to convince you to be. In their love, you will find freedom, not chains. In their embrace, you will feel at home, not lost. And though you may still question, how will I know it is them, the answer will not be in grand signs alone. It will be in the qualities that cannot be faked, their patience when you are slow to trust, their consistency when you are tempted to doubt, their forgiveness when you stumble, their devotion when life becomes hard. These are the qualities that reveal a love ordained by me. These are the qualities that distinguish a future spouse from a passing connection. My child, I have not called you to settle for less. That is why you walked away from what was not right. That is why certain relationships never worked, no matter how much you wanted them to. I was protecting you. I was saying, wait, something better is coming. And now, as your heart prepares for this new season, I remind you again, you were never forgotten. You were being saved for the one who could love you the way I intended. Your future spouse will not complete you, for you are already whole in me, but they will complement you. Their strengths will balance your weaknesses, and your strengths will balance theirs. Together, you will be stronger than you ever were apart. Together, you will laugh louder, dream bigger, and stand taller. This is the beauty of two souls joined by divine purpose. It is not just about happiness, it is about wholeness. So trust this process. Trust the qualities I have been shaping in them, just as I have been shaping them in you. Do not be anxious about when or how it will happen. Focus instead on preparing your heart, on embracing the healing I am giving you, on walking in faith. For when the moment comes, the love you receive will not be fragile. It will be steady, enduring, built on a foundation that cannot be shaken. This is the kind of spouse I am giving you, faithful, kind, strong, compassionate, attentive, imperfect yet willing, human yet deeply spiritual. And when they arrive, you will not just see them as your partner, you will see them as the reflection of my faithfulness in your life. When the heart begins to sense that something sacred is coming, it is natural for old fears to rise. As much as your spirit longs for love, your mind remembers the pain of disappointment. You may find yourself asking, what if this turns out like before? What if they leave? What if I open my heart and it breaks again? These are the whispers of fear, the echoes of past wounds that try to convince you to protect yourself by closing off. But my child, I remind you, love cannot bloom where walls are built too high. And that is why in this season, I am not only sending you your future spouse, I am also sending you healing, so that your heart is free to receive the love that is coming. Think of the times you felt abandoned, the moments when promises were broken, the hours you sat with tears wondering why you were not enough. I saw them all. And I know that those memories have built shadows within you. I know that sometimes, even now, you question your worth, wondering if someone could ever truly stay. That is why I am meeting you in those hidden places, gently touching the wounds that no one else sees. For before I bring you into this new chapter, I desire to show you that you are not defined by your past. You are not the sum of the times you were rejected. You are my beloved child, worthy of love, worthy of being chosen, worthy of being cherished. Your future spouse is not being sent to erase your past, but to walk with you into a future where your past no longer has power over you. Yet in order for you to embrace them fully, you must first allow yourself to believe that you deserve this kind of love. Do not listen to the voice that says, maybe I am asking for too much. You are not asking for too much, you are asking for what I intended for you from the beginning, a love that reflects my heart, a union that honors me, a partnership that uplifts both souls. I know the thought of being vulnerable again feels heavy. Opening your heart requires courage, because it means stepping into the unknown. But my child, you are not stepping alone. I am walking with you, covering you, guiding you, and reminding you that you are safe in me. And when this person comes into your life, their actions will reassure you in ways words never could. You will not need to beg for their love or chase their attention. Their consistency will silence your doubts, and their presence will calm your fears. Still, healing is a journey, and it is okay to admit that you are afraid. It is okay to say, God, I want to believe, but my heart is trembling. In your honesty, I will meet you. In your weakness, I will strengthen you. You do not have to have perfect faith, you only need a willing heart. And as you walk with me, I will replace your fear with peace, your doubt with hope, your trembling with trust. There will come a day when you realize the pain of your past was not wasted. Every heartbreak taught you discernment. Every betrayal taught you the value of loyalty. Every tear taught you compassion. And now, instead of seeing those experiences as scars, you will see them as wisdom. You will understand that they did not break you, they prepared you. They gave you eyes to see the difference between empty promises and true commitment, between fleeting attraction and lasting devotion. And when your future spouse stands before you, you will know. Not because they are flawless, not because life will suddenly be without challenges, but because your spirit will recognize the peace that surrounds them. Peace is the language of my presence. Where I am, there is peace. And in their love, you will feel my peace in ways you never thought possible. You may wonder now, what if I mess it up? What if my insecurities push them away? My child, trust that the one I am sending is not fragile. They are not easily shaken. They are not coming to you unprepared. They are being strengthened, just as you are, to handle the weight of a real love story. They will understand that love requires patience, that healing takes time. And in the moments when you feel unworthy, they will remind you of your worth. In the moments when you question, they will stand firm, choosing you again and again until your doubts are silenced by their devotion. This season is not only about receiving love but also about unlearning fear. I am asking you to let go of the belief that history will repeat itself. I am asking you to release the lies that say you are too much or not enough. I am asking you to trust that this time is different, because I am in the center of it. My child, when I write a love story, it does not end in abandonment. When I join two souls, it is not for temporary happiness but for lasting purpose. There is a deep peace waiting for you on the other side of your fears. A peace that allows you to rest, knowing you do not need to control every detail. A peace that lets you breathe, knowing that love will not pass you by. A peace that allows you to receive without suspicion, to give without fear, to trust without trembling. This peace is not something you create, it is something I give. And as you open your heart, you will feel it surround you like a warm embrace. I want you to imagine the moment when your future spouse takes your hand for the first time. Imagine the quiet reassurance that floods your heart, the feeling that you are not alone anymore, that someone has come not to leave, but to stay. Imagine the tears that will fall, not from sorrow but from relief, the relief of knowing your prayers have been answered, the relief of realizing that every broken piece of your journey led you here. That moment will not just be about romance, it will be about redemption. It will be about seeing my faithfulness alive in front of you. So breathe, my child. Do not let your mind torment you with endless what-ifs. Instead, let your soul rest in the promise of when. For it is not a question of if your future spouse is coming, it is only a matter of when. And in that waiting, I am not leaving you empty. I am filling you with healing, with hope, with strength, so that when love arrives, you are ready to embrace it fully. Your future spouse will not run from your fears, they will walk with you through them. They will not be intimidated by your insecurities, they will gently speak life into them until they no longer hold power. They will not see your brokenness as a burden but as a testimony of your strength. And in their love, you will find not just comfort, but freedom, the freedom to be your full self, knowing you are safe, knowing you are chosen, knowing you are loved. My child, the time of sorrow is ending. The days of questioning are fading. A new chapter is opening, one where peace replaces pain, where love replaces loneliness, where faith replaces fear. Hold on to this promise. Do not be afraid of the shock that is coming, for it will not break you, it will bless you. And when it arrives, you will look back and see that everything, even the tears, was leading you here, to this sacred love I have written into your story. There comes a moment in life when God begins to open your eyes to something greater than your own personal happiness, something more powerful than the dreams you have whispered in the silence of your heart. That moment is now. The truth about your future spouse is not just about companionship, not only about laughter in the home or hands held in tender love. It is about something sacred, something divine, something far beyond what the world would call a marriage. This union carries a holy purpose, one written long ago in the Book of Destiny, where God inscribed your name next to theirs. Your love story is not an accident, it is a mission, a covenant, a living testimony that when two souls are joined by heaven, they are meant to become more than two individuals, they become one force that shifts the world around them. This person you are about to meet or may already feel drawn toward has been walking their own path of shaping, just as you have. They have endured storms, they have cried in silence, they have carried burdens they never told anyone about. And just as you sometimes questioned whether God truly saw your tears, they too once questioned whether love would ever come for them. Yet through all of that pain and waiting, God was carefully preparing both of you, molding you like clay in His hands, so that when your souls finally met, you would not only heal each other but also rise together into something greater. The delays were not denials. The loneliness was not punishment. It was the sacred preparation for a love that must carry purpose. This love is not meant to be ordinary. It will carry a strength that others notice without even understanding. When people see you together, they will feel something they cannot explain, a peace, a glow, a presence that seems beyond human understanding. That presence will be God's blessing shining through your union. It is not just about romance, not only about whispered secrets at night or promises exchanged under the sky. It is about being pillars for each other so that together you can stand as pillars for others. God did not just give you a spouse, He gave you a partner in destiny. There are wounds in your soul that this person will touch not with judgment but with love. And there are gifts in you that will awaken in their presence, gifts you did not even know you had. You will inspire each other to reach higher, to believe more deeply, to step into callings you might have been afraid of before. Their love will not only comfort you, it will also challenge you in the holiest of ways, pulling you out of fear and into faith. That is what it means to have a spouse chosen by God. They do not leave you where they found you. They walk with you into the future God designed. Think of how many times you almost gave up on yourself, on your dreams, on your prayers. Think of the nights you whispered into the darkness asking God if anyone could ever truly see your soul. God heard you. And in the same way, He heard the heart of your future spouse. Now the answer comes in the form of each other. But this answer is not only for your comfort, it is for your calling. Together you will walk a path that neither of you could have walked alone. There will be days when you wonder why God chose you for something so great, and in those moments, your spouse will remind you of who you are. They will speak truth into your soul when you forget. And there will be days when they grow weary, when life feels heavy on their shoulders, and in those moments, you will be their voice of faith, lifting them back to where hope lives. That is the beauty of a divine union, it is not one-sided. It is a balance, a holy exchange of strength and grace, flowing between two hearts that know they were meant to walk this life together. The purpose of this love extends beyond your home. It will overflow into the lives of others. People will find hope in your story. Some will look at your love and remember that God still writes miracles. Some will look at how you face struggles together and realize that love is not about perfection but about faithfulness. Your union will inspire others to believe again, in God, in love, in the beauty of waiting for the right time. But with great purpose often comes great responsibility. Do not be surprised if the enemy tries to stir doubts or fears when this love begins to unfold. For a union like this carries light, and darkness does not easily let go. Yet know this, the hand of God is stronger than any shadow. The angels who guard you will also guard your relationship. And Archangel Michael himself stands ready to cut away every chain, every fear, every obstacle that would try to keep this union from blossoming into fullness. Nothing formed against you will prosper because what God ordains cannot be stolen. You may not see every detail now, but trust that heaven has already written the steps ahead. The reason you feel a stirring in your heart, the reason these words reach you so deeply, is because your spirit already knows what your mind has yet to fully grasp. You were created not just to love but to be loved, to live as a reflection of God's endless grace. And your future spouse will mirror that truth back to you, again and again, until it sinks so deeply into your soul that you can never forget it. This union will change you. It will change the way you see yourself. It will change the way you see God. And it will change the way you see the world. Because when two people truly walk in alignment with heaven, their love becomes a beacon, a flame that cannot be hidden. You may not even realize how many lives your story will touch, but God does. That is why He has protected you both until this moment, why He has kept you from settling for less, why He has whispered to your spirit that more was coming. Do not think of this only as marriage. Think of it as a covenant. A holy joining that does not end when the wedding is over but grows stronger with every season. You will learn together, fight battles together, win victories together, and through it all, your love will not diminish, it will deepen. Because it is not built on fleeting attraction, it is built on God's foundation. And what is built on Him cannot crumble. So prepare your heart, for this love is more than you imagined. Prepare your spirit, for this union is more than you prayed for. And prepare your life, for together you and your spouse will carry light into places that have long been dark. That is your destiny. That is your calling. That is the sacred purpose of this union. And as you hear these words, let them rest not only in your mind but in your soul. Because the time is near. The purpose is unfolding. And heaven is rejoicing, knowing that soon two souls will become one not just for their own joy but for the glory of God. When God unites two souls, He does not only join their hearts, He joins their futures, weaving their tomorrows into one tapestry of love and destiny. The path ahead of you and your future spouse is not one of emptiness or uncertainty, but one filled with the richness of divine promise. Close your eyes for a moment and allow yourself to feel it, the home you will build together, the laughter that will echo through its walls, the prayers whispered side by side in quiet evenings, the strength that will grow between you as life unfolds. This is not a dream too high for you, it is the reality that God has prepared. You will find yourself looking back one day, remembering the long seasons of waiting, and your heart will tremble with gratitude. Because what once felt like endless silence will become a song of thanksgiving. You will see why God asked you to be patient, why He closed doors that seemed so right at the time, why He kept you safe from relationships that would have broken you. He was saving you for this union, this love, this divine partnership that will define not just your days but your entire destiny. The future you and your spouse will build will not be free of storms, but you will no longer face them alone. When hardships come, you will find yourself holding a hand that refuses to let go. Imagine the peace of waking up each morning knowing that whatever the day brings, joy or trial, abundance or scarcity, you have someone by your side who believes in you, who prays for you, who carries your burdens as though they were their own. This is what God has written for you, not perfection, but partnership. Not a life without struggle, but a life where love transforms struggle into strength. There will be days of laughter so full that your soul feels it cannot contain the joy. Birthdays, celebrations, victories both small and great. The day you first realize that the house you share is more than brick and walls, it is a sanctuary where God's presence dwells, because it has been built on faith and love. The day you kneel together, praying for direction, and suddenly the answers you once searched for alone become clearer when sought in unity. The day you hear your spouse speak words over your life that remind you of promises you had forgotten. These moments will become treasures, stored deep within your soul, reminding you that love is not just emotion, it is a constant light, guiding you through every season. There will also be tears, because life holds valleys as well as mountains. But those tears will not destroy you. They will water the soil of your bond, deepening your roots. When you fall into moments of weakness, your spouse will become your shield, lifting you up with words of faith, reminding you that your story is not over. And when they grow weary, when their heart feels heavy, you will stand for them, interceding in prayer, pouring strength into their soul. Together you will learn the holy rhythm of love, giving and receiving, lifting and being lifted, holding and being held. You will learn the meaning of unconditional love in the simplest of ways, through the meals you cook together, through the quiet nights spent talking about dreams, through the forgiveness that will mend small misunderstandings, through the patience that will allow both of you to grow. Slowly, without even realizing it, you will become reflections of God's love to one another. And that reflection will not only bless your marriage, but it will radiate outward, touching everyone who crosses your path. The vision of your future is not just about the life you build inside your home, it is also about the impact you will create beyond it. You and your spouse will walk into places and bring hope where hope was fading. Your faith will inspire others to believe again. Your unity will be a testimony that God still answers prayers, that waiting on His timing is never wasted. People will look at your love and find healing for their own brokenness, courage for their own journeys, and hope for their own stories. Without even trying, you will carry light, because love chosen by God always shines. You may find that your union unlocks dreams you never dared to pursue before. Your spouse will encourage you to step into callings you once felt unworthy of, reminding you that God does not make mistakes when He chooses someone. And you, in turn, will be the voice that tells them to keep going, to rise higher, to believe that the gifts in them were placed there for a reason. You will not only be lovers, you will be vision builders, destiny keepers, and faith walkers together. One day, when you are older, you will sit side by side and look back at the journey. You will remember the nights you prayed, the mornings you doubted, the seasons you nearly gave up. And with tears of joy, you will realize that through it all, God was weaving every moment into a story that was never meant to fail. Your union will become a living altar of God's faithfulness, proof that love written by heaven cannot be broken by earth. And perhaps the most beautiful part of this vision is the peace you will carry. The peace of knowing you are fully loved. The peace of knowing you are fully understood. The peace of knowing that no matter how many storms come, no matter how many battles arise, you and your spouse will stand together, hand in hand, heart to heart, faith to faith. That peace will allow you to dream without fear, to love without hesitation, and to live without regret. Do not think for a moment that this is too good for you, that others may deserve it but not you. Those are lies whispered by the enemy, trying to steal your joy before it blossoms. The truth is that God has already chosen this for you. He has already written your name next to theirs. He has already appointed the time of your meeting, the unfolding of your love, the building of your future. You do not need to strive, you only need to trust. For what God ordains, no one can stop. So hold this vision close to your heart. See yourself walking into a future where loneliness is replaced with companionship, where doubt is replaced with faith, where sorrow is replaced with joy. See yourself holding the hand of your spouse, not just in moments of beauty, but in the ordinary days that turn sacred simply because you are together. See yourself building a home filled with laughter, prayers, and dreams that carry the fragrance of heaven. This is your destiny. This is your promise. This is the life that waits for you, written by God's own hand, sealed with His blessing, protected by His angels. Your tomorrow is not empty, it is filled with love, strength, and divine purpose. And soon, very soon, you will step into it, not as two wandering souls, but as one, united in love, chosen for destiny, and blessed for eternity. My child, the time has come to hear the blessing of Archangel Michael, for he stands over you now, his wings of light surrounding your heart, his sword of truth cutting away every fear, every doubt, every shadow that has tried to linger in your soul. Feel his presence, feel his power, feel the love that flows from heaven through him to you. He is here to declare, without hesitation, that your path is no longer lonely, that your heart is no longer lost, and that the one whom God has prepared to walk beside you is near, closer than you can yet imagine. Archangel Michael says to you, "Rise, my child. Lift your eyes from the trials and the pain of the past. The time of sorrow is over. The chains of loneliness are broken. The days of uncertainty are finished. You are called to love, to receive, to embrace the joy that has already been prepared for you. Look forward with courage, for the one who is destined to be your spouse is moving toward you now, guided by the hand of God. Your hearts are aligned, your spirits are awakened, and your souls are ready. Receive this blessing and step into the fullness of your divine love. There is power in knowing that you are not alone. Archangel Michael surrounds you with his light, clearing the paths before you, removing obstacles that the enemy may have placed to delay your joy. He whispers into your spirit that nothing in this world can stop what God has ordained. Every disappointment you endured, every tear you shed, every night of longing, it has all led to this sacred moment. And now, the veil of uncertainty lifts, revealing the miracle that has been waiting for you all along. Feel the weight of fear dissolve from your chest. The insecurities that whispered lies in your ear, telling you that you were unworthy, that love had passed you by, are being removed. Archangel Michael cuts them away, declaring that you are worthy of this love, that you are ready for this union, and that nothing, no person, no circumstance, can take away what heaven has written for you. He also speaks of your future spouse. They have been prepared, he says, by the hands of God, by the lessons of life, by every trial and every tear they endured. They are ready to meet you, to love you, to walk beside you in the fullness of destiny. Do not fear their imperfections, for you too are beautifully human. Together, you will rise in strength, in faith, in love. Your union is not just a meeting of hearts, it is the joining of spirits, the weaving of purpose, the alignment of destiny. Archangel Michael reminds you to see beyond what your eyes can perceive. Sometimes the one God has chosen moves quietly, unseen, and yet is always closer than you imagine. They are being guided by the same hand that has guided you, step by step, moment by moment, to the day when your souls finally recognize each other. And when that day comes, it will not feel like chance, it will feel like home, like truth, like the fulfillment of every prayer you have ever whispered. He calls upon you to open your heart fully, without reservation, without fear. Trust the process, he says. Trust in the love that has been written in the heavens for you. Do not hold back, for the fullness of this blessing cannot enter a heart that hesitates. Receive the love prepared for you with faith, with courage, and with gratitude. Step into this union knowing that you are cherished, that you are protected, and that you are deeply loved by God. And know this, my child, Archangel Michael is not only guiding your path to your spouse, but he is also surrounding both of you with divine protection. Every attempt of the enemy to delay, confuse, or harm your union is being defeated even now. Every misunderstanding, every miscommunication, every obstacle will be overcome by the power of heaven. Nothing that is meant for you will be lost. Nothing that is destined for your heart will pass you by. He also speaks of the life you will share together. It will be filled with laughter, he says, and joy. It will be filled with purpose, and your love will become a testimony of faith. You will support each other, pray for each other, and rise together. Challenges will come, yes, but they will not break you, they will refine you. Every struggle will only strengthen the bond, and every victory will become sweeter because it is shared. You are not alone, and you never will be. Walk forward, my child, with eyes lifted and heart open, for the blessings of heaven are upon you. Archangel Michael reminds you that love ordained by God is patient, it is faithful, and it is eternal. Do not compare this love to what you have known, he says. It is unlike any other because it carries the fullness of divine design. It will not falter, it will not fade, it will not betray. It will heal you, strengthen you, and elevate you. Your heart has been made ready, your spirit has been prepared, and your soul is aligned. Step into this blessing fully and without fear. And now, my child, he brings a final message of reassurance. The one you have been waiting for is coming. They are already moving toward you. Every prayer, every longing, every whispered hope is being answered. Do not doubt the timing, for it is perfect. Do not doubt the love, for it is certain. And do not doubt your worth, for you were made to receive this blessing. Embrace it with all your heart, and the fullness of your divine union will manifest in your life in ways you cannot yet imagine. Feel the energy of this blessing infuse your being. Let it wash away all doubts, all sadness, all hesitation. Let it fill every corner of your heart with hope, every cell of your body with faith, and every thought of your mind with certainty. You are chosen. You are loved. You are ready. And the one God has prepared to walk beside you is near. And so, Archangel Michael raises his wings, and with a voice that echoes through heaven and touches the very depths of your soul, he declares, "Go forth, my child. Walk boldly into the life that has been prepared for you. Receive love. Give love. Live fully. And know that the greatest blessings are already on their way to you, guided by God, protected by heaven, and ordained to bring joy, peace, and fulfillment beyond your wildest dreams." The sword of Michael's truth rests now, guarding your future, guarding your love, guarding your union. And you are free. Free from fear. Free from doubt. Free from waiting without hope. Your soulmate is coming. Your future is shining with promise. And your heart is ready to receive the miracle that heaven has prepared for you.